Hello there, Valerie from babywisemom.com today talking with you about potty training. This is not always a very fun event in the process, but it is always very fun to have completed. Okay, your first task is to make a plan. You need to decide if your child is ready to potty train or not. You need to choose a method for potty training. A really great thing about potty training is there's not like a wrong way or a right way that exists for all people, which is true in basically all things parenting, but this is an amoral activity, which means there's no like right or wrong to this. It's just what works best for you and best for your little one. So you need to choose a great method. A really popular one right now is called Oh Crap Potty Training. And I do have a blog post about that. It's actually a guest post from someone who has tried it and loved it. There's a lot of little decisions to make when you're deciding to potty train. Will you use a potty chair? Will you get a potty seat? Will your child just use the potty as it is? Will you put on diapers or pull-ups at naps or bedtime, or will you just go straight to underwear the whole time? Will you be really intense about it or slow? There's a lot of different ways to go about it. You need to research it and decide what is best for you. Okay, once you've decided on your plan, one of the best pieces of advice I can give you is to give your child some warning. Don't just wake up one day and say, oh, by the way, we're potty training today. Your child won't have any idea what's going on. You're kind of changing his or her entire life with no warning. So I always had great success letting my children know ahead of time, like, hey, guess what? On your birthday or at the next holiday coming up or on the first day of fall, whatever, you pick some day, we're going to do potty training, and this is what that means. That gives them time to think and process. It also gives them time to kind of pay attention when they use the bathroom, like, oh, this is what it feels like when I need to go. It kind of helps them start paying attention to the process before they're expected to perform in the process. And I just find it really makes the potty training process so much easier no matter what your method is. If they have some time and some warning, it really helps. Okay, next, you need to set some time aside to start potty training. Even if you plan to take a really slow approach to potty training, your initial day or two definitely need to be where you have zero, ideally zero commitments, or at least very few commitments, where you're just going to be home, you're just going to focus on your child and let your child get used to this and let you get used to this without it being the stress of like, oh, well, now we have to go to this place or that place, and you need to set some time aside to begin the process. Okay, next, children really respond well to some type of reward. The reward can be as simple as a sticker. It doesn't have to be something fancy or big or huge, but you want some sort of reward for your child. So think about what you would like to do. It could even be something as simple as like a raisin, like something that they get when they have success. And you also need to define what success is going to be. Is it going to be going potty? Or poop on the toilet is a success? Is it going to be not having an accident is a success? Is it going to be telling you when they need to go potty? Like, define what success is and then have some sort of reward system in place for attaining that success. Okay, next, you need to be ready mentally for some accidents, for some messes, and for some disruptions to your day. This is what potty training brings. It's normal to have accidents when you're potty training. Just like when you're learning to walk, it's normal for a child to trip and fall at times. A child doesn't start walking, rarely does a child start walking and then never have an accident. So just as rare is the child who starts potty training and never has an accident. There will be accidents, and that's okay. It is part of the process. We learn from accidents, and that's how we progress. A really important thing is that your child drinks so that your child needs to go potty. Your child might be able to hold it for a really long time, but the more water your child is drinking, then the more he or she is going to need to go potty. So especially if your child is struggling to sit down on the toilet and be able to pee, then you need to have liquids in your child so that like the need is so strong, it's stronger than the mental block or fear that can exist. Okay, my next tip is that it is okay for you to require your child to go potty. It's okay for you to be the parent and say, okay, time to go sit on the potty. And you don't need to pressure your child to actually go pee or poop when sitting on the potty, but it's okay to have those like every 15 minutes, every 30 minutes, whatever you feel like is good, to go sit and try. And don't make a big deal if it doesn't happen. It's like, good, great job. I'm so glad you tried. We'll try again later. This helps your child learn to have success and also helps avoid accidents. Okay, my last tip is it's okay if you got started and then realized this was a mistake. My child wasn't actually ready. We need to stop, but what do I do? So many parents are afraid to stop because they're worried that they'll set their child up for failure in the potty training department forever. It's okay to stop and try again once your child is indeed ready. So once you started, you realize, this actually was not the right timing. It's okay to stop. I've done it. My child still went on to use the potty later. So it's okay if you realize you made a mistake to stop, try again later. These 8 tips can help you have success in potty training. Good luck. It can be really hard and draining and exhausting and emotional, but just relax and let me assure you that nobody is going to ask you in 10 years from now how long it took your child to learn to be potty trained, or how many days it took, or how old your child was. People will ask that now and may ask you in the future if they have questions and they're asking you for advice. But I'm never sitting at parent-teacher conferences and have a teacher say, so how long did your child take to get potty trained? Or how old was your child when your child was potty trained? Never had that conversation come up at a swim meet or at a golf tournament or at a soccer tournament. Like none of these things, nobody's asking those questions, so it's okay. It doesn't matter. I know it's a huge deal right now, and I know you want it as fast as possible, but nobody is going to judge you or your child in any future situation on how quickly or successfully this process worked for you. So relax, let it come, and you will get there.